a 21-year-old and going onto the platform and then achieving something that you never thought would happen that early for you, it was like it was the biggest thing till the next biggest thing is supposed to happen.
Hi everybody, my name is Amar Jaju and you're watching Business Buzz at Nation Next. Today we have with us entrepreneur Chahat Pahuja, who along with her business partner Sanskar Mishra, both founders of Farda Clothing, appeared on the reality show Shark Tank India Season 1. They even got the deal, they even got funding for their startup. So welcome to our show Chahat.
Thank you so much, Amar.
कैसा था आपका एक्सपीरियंस शार्क टैंक इंडिया के फर्स्ट सीजन में?
Thrilling, like quite something that I've never experienced before. It paved the journey for my career. So that's like, it was the biggest thing that had ever happened to me till the next thing that happens. So I'm like quite, looking forward to all the other adventures that I'm going to have. But then quite grateful for the show, to the judges and everybody in the team that, made it happen for us. So thank you to everyone that happened.
When the show was announced in India,
Yeah,
60,000 से ज़्यादा लोगों ने अप्लाई किया.
right.
190 के आसपास लोग सिलेक्ट किए गए. उसके बाद 90 लोग के आसपास जो है उनको स्क्रीन टाइम मिला, उनको टीवी पे दिखाया गया. उन 90 लोगों में से आप थे, संस्कार थे, आपकी टीम थी पूरी वहाँ पे. हाउ वाज द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ शूटिंग द एंटायर थिंग? सेट पे कैसा था, आपको कैसा लगा? एंड डिड यू, आपको ऐसा लगा था कि जो पॉपुलैरिटी शार्क टैंक इंडिया को मिली है वो मिलेगी भी?
तो वही बात है, लाइक जैसे ये जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई, 6 महीने पहले हमारी जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई, हमारा शो शूट हुआ अक्टूबर में. बट देन इट वाज लाइक कि वो एक जंग थी कि जैसे 60,000 लोगों में से हमें वो 90 के अंदर आना था. तो उस चीज़ के लिए हमने इतनी मेहनत किया कि हर फॉर्म, हर तरीके से हमने वी ट्राई टू एक्सेल इन दैट फील्ड. एंड देन जब हम शो के आसपास गए, जब हमारा नंबर आने वाला था, तो हमें ऐसा कुछ करना था कि हम वो स्क्रीन टाइम में ले सकें. लाइक अगर हमें डील नहीं मिलती तो हमें कुछ तो चाहिए था, बिकॉज गेटिंग मार्केटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ द होल country was a huge thing for us. So that is the thing, like it was a great experience, the whole behind the scenes of Shark Tank Team India. So it was like they were quite supportive, wanted us to do our best on the stage, and then that's how it happened. And I'm so thankful, like, out of 60,000 people, I'm one of those 90 that got the deal as well and that got the screen time as well. So that was quite thrilling.
So you got the deal from Namita
And Amar.
So you got the deal from them. They invested something in your
Exactly.
company, Farda Clothing. So tell us something about your company first of all.
Yes, so Farda is a streetwear company. It's a streetwear brand which represents the streetwear culture of India. Like it's growing. So what we try to definitely make is we are trying to combine art into our clothing. We want people to wear what they represent. Like we want their personality to represent through their clothing. So that's something we're trying to do. It's like the name we kept as Farda was because we wanted to give it an Indian touch. Like all of these streetwear companies are from the Western world, but we wanted to have some Indian culture attached to it. That is the reason हमने ये नाम दिया. हम चाहते हैं कि उसमें एक Indian touch आए, एक Indian खूबी आए, ताकि वो दोनों worlds को mix करे. And then हम चाहते हैं कि हमारी brand एक top streetwear brand बने. So that's the reason we have, come into this industry and hopefully we'll make it to the top.
Do you think with today's fashion sense that the kids have these days, the college going people have these days, or people young at heart want to
Yeah.
wear these days, your brand fits in perfectly with that?
Definitely. So that's the whole point. Like, today's young generation wants to wear something that represents them, because like in India, like pehle ye cheez nahi thi, but right now fashion is an accessory. Like people don't just wear clothes just for wearing it. They want to wear something that makes them stand out. And that is what we have been trying to do. So like individualism is something that has been promoted in India. Like own what you are. Like that is what we are trying to do. Like being individual, showing your sense of fashion through your clothing is something that the Indian crowd is like very much interested in. So that is the reason we started this brand, because we wanted to fill that gap between the Western culture and the Indian culture and just mixing it together so that we can also be proud citizens of the country, showing that हम ऐसा कुछ बना रहे हैं जो दोनों identities को mix कर रहा है, वो ऐसा culture represent कर रहा है जो इंडिया में काफी आगे बढ़ रहा है.
I just felt like one of the judges on Shark Tank India. I got a very amazing sales pitch just now.
That's what we excel in.
So tell me about this कि आपको पता था कि आप लोगों को जाना है, एक सेल्स पिच आपको देनी है. आई एम श्योर अ लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट, बहुत सारा दिमाग आपका उसमें लगा होगा, ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग लगी होगी. कितना एफर्ट्स गए उस सेल्स पिच को तैयार करने में, उसको परफेक्ट करने में, देन उसको प्रेजेंट करने में?
Definitely. So I think ये चीज़, like when you're going in front of the biggest entrepreneurs of the country, the millionaires, like जिनकी hundreds of crores की companies हैं. So it's like that scare, that nervousness inside you just takes on the top. But the thing is, जिस चीज़ से मैं excel, like everybody loved my presentation. That is what everybody loved about me. So the thing is कि मैं हमेशा से एक speaker थी. Like I was a kid, since I was a kid, I was a speaker, going on debates, going on speeches, and all of these things I think helped me. Like that is the reason कि मैं आज उतने अच्छे stage पे इतने अच्छे तरीके से बोल पाई. And the thing is, I'm an English speaker, so I usually talk in English. But then वहाँ पे हमें it was strict that you have to talk in Hindi. So like I prepared my whole speech, everything, and I was like, day before the shoot, they told us कि तुम्हें सब हिंदी में बोलना है. And I was scared, like, oh my god, how will this happen? Because I'm not used to speaking in Hindi that much. Because you know, when you do debates and everything, so it's quite different there. So like the whole night, we have not slept those 5 days during the show and the shoot. So everything, trying to convert everything into Hindi, perfecting those words, like, you know, having that confidence in talking in Hindi, because it's an Indian show, you had to speak in Hindi. But then, like, just before I was about to go, like, I just had my prayer. I'm a very religious person. I was like, Babaji, everything is on you right now. Like, you know, I have done my part, I have prepared my best. And when I went on the stage, it was like, this is now or never. So I have to do it. I don't have to make any mistakes. So when Sanskar finished this part of the rap, I was like, now it's in my hand. I was like, okay, let's go for it. And when I did, I am so happy that it turned out pretty amazing. And then, like, you know, it was all that hard work of years that I was a speaker that made me really confident in front of the judges. So that's one.
When you got the deal, how did it feel?
I think our reaction was one of the most enthusiastic out of all the contestants. We were like dancing on stage and everything. It's like, you know, being a 21-year-old and going onto the platform and then achieving something that you never thought would happen that early for you. It was the biggest thing till the next biggest thing is supposed to happen. It's like, that was something I was like, okay, I am made to do this. Like before this, I was always this person, okay, I am ambitious, but then will I reach my goal? Will I reach everything that I'm wanting to do? That moment made me feel that, okay, this is meant for me. So that was like the most happiest moment of our lives.
How did you find the judges over there? We saw a lot of drama that used to happen over there on the screen.
Definitely.
So how were the
it's like
judges?
everyone has distinct personality. Like on our panel, there was Piyush, there was Ashneer, there was Namita, Aman, and Anupam sir. So like when we went onto the stage, they were like, "Ki, you're just two kids, you know." They saw us as two 21-year-old kids, like having a small company and everything. And everyone had a distinct personality. Ashneer sir was like, you know, quite aggressive in his approach. He's always is. Everybody knows that. But then the person who helped us the most was Anupam sir. Like when we went, he paved the way for us. Like he really loved what we were. He loved our passion. He loved how we talked. He loved the compatibility between me and my partner of, you know, how we can approach to problems and questions. So that's what he loved, that, you know, we had this great sense of team and great sense of design. So when Anupam sir paved the way for us, then Aman sir was like, "Ki, these two kids have something inside them which I can feel, because I was at this stage in some point in my life, and I just want to support them." So this were the words of his mouth, that I just want to support them. And then Namita really wanted to invest, but then she was quite a shark. So what she did is she pulled up the game. She was like, we went to give them 10%, but then she was like, "Ki, I'll take 30 and not less than that." But like 30 is not possible to give, you know, 30% of your equity. We're like, "Ma'am, this is not possible for us." But then at the last moment, she caved and she was like, "Okay, I'll go with 20." So everyone had a different perspective. Piyush is really amazing. So all of these people, you know, added something and taught us something that we took back with us.
Obviously, and this negotiation part is also something that you need to learn going forward.
Definitely. Like I think I'm quite blessed to have learned this at such a young age. Like I know what happens to a company, how a negotiation happens. Everything I've learned by now. Then I'm quite happy that it happened to me at such a young age, so that when something like this happens in the future, I'm ready for it. So that's something I'm really happy that I'm learning a lot during these days.
When you were studying, you had absolutely nothing to do with fashion.
No.
You've not studied fashion designing.
No, not at all.
You studied BCCA.
Yeah.
And you are a fashion designer by passion.
Right.
Now, there may be a lot of people, maybe a lot of people who want to be entrepreneurs in
Definitely.
some particular field. They may not have studied in the same stream.
Right.
So, what would you like to say to them?
So, you know, like before I started, I just met a girl yesterday. So she was like interested in fashion. She told me, "But I don't know drawing. I don't know anything like that." I'm like, "I don't know any of these things." Because the thing is, when you go into that field, you don't have to think about that you don't know. You have to think about that you know and the things that you can learn. So it's like when you start your entrepreneurship journey, you don't have answers to anything. It's just going through that road and figuring out for yourself. So I know a lot of people want to do something, but they think they don't have the talent for that. I was one of those people. I didn't know that I had the talent to do what I'm doing right now. And till what I've made abhi tak jo bhi maine collection banaya and everything else that I've made till now, it's something that I did not expect out of myself. Like, oh my god, am I that good? So it's like, it's that hard work that you put into it. And I'm 100% sure everything is about manifestation. When you manifest something that this is what I want to do in my career, this is my goal in the next 5 years, you definitely reach there. It's all about consistency, hard work, and the manifestation that keeps you on the game. So it's not that like difficult to get into the field. It's just after hard work that you have to put.
I hope you guys keep all of those things up, which have worked in your favor and got you where you are today. Thank you so much, Chahat, for
Thank
speaking
you
to
so
us,
much,
and we wish
Amar.
you all the best for your.
Yeah, you're a great host. Thank you.
Subscribe to Nation Next YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates from Nation Next. Also like Nation Next Facebook page and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.